Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is she, it is yo girl, it's me. How are y'all today? As y'all know, and as you can see, I moved this year. I've talked about it in a couple of videos. If you watched my apartment testimony or my video about me moving, you guys know that this was not a pre-planned process. I moved based off of God. I started this year as a student in the dorm, parents paying my tuition, completely dependent on other people for virtually everything. And then things changed and God led me down the path of moving. Because this was a God-inspired thing and it wasn't pre-planned, I didn't do the things that I hypothetically would do if I were to make a conscious decision to move. For example, when I move this next time, I know right now when I'm moving out where I want to go. So I'm going to implement the steps of budgeting and planning and purchases now, but that wasn't the case for when I moved this time. So because of that, I'm not able to give tips on the financial or the planning part before moving out, but I can give you some tips about actually moving, what life is going to be like when you do get that new place, when you are on your own, and some things that I've been learning on this process. You already know what I'm gonna say, like, comment, subscribe, all the little YouTuber things, okay? I was aware that before you move, you wanted to plan, budget, get everything organized for a smooth move-in. But I did not realize how much planning actually goes into simply living life by yourself. I not only have to plan my budget month to month so I can foresee how much I'll have after bills and necessities, I also have to plan my meals in advance. When I'm gonna run my errands that work around my work schedule, there's a lot of planning that goes into living alone. You don't just wake up and everything is there for you. Your food, the laundry is done. You have to actively plan when you're gonna do these things. And I know if you have a hectic work schedule like I do, you have to be so intentional about planning so you are prepared for the week. For example, if I know that I'm gonna be at work the majority of the day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I need to have everything planned out so everything is done for that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm not getting off on Wednesday and being like, oh, I have no food, so I have to go make these fast food purchases, or oh, my laundry isn't done, I have to stay up late this night to run that load because I need the clothes for the morning. A lot of things that you need to get done, you have to plan for, and you have to organize your schedule around it. I don't just get to wake up on a whim anymore, which I actually like. I am a planner at heart. If you see any of my videos, I'm constantly writing things down and planning out my day anyway. That has come in handy for living alone. One day of slacking off, one day of being lazy, scrolling on your phone, and disregarding all the adult duties you have waiting for you can seriously mess up your whole week. I've had times where I am on go. I get home and I'm here for maybe 30 minutes. And if everything is a mess, mentally, I am scattered in everything else I do for the rest of the day. It is very important to make sure that you are planning out your week. You know how much money you're going to have left over, where you want to allocate that, when you're gonna get the errands done, when you're gonna set time for rest and God. It's a lot, y'all, but I love it. I love this part of adulthood. I'm just saying, be prepared to be on your stuff once you actually do move in. That preparedness that you had in order to move in, all the planning, all the organizing, all the buying in advance that you did before you move in, make sure you continue that when you actually do move in. Next thing that I actually got hip to before I even moved in, luckily, was Facebook Marketplace. Y'all, when I tell you Facebook Marketplace has so many necessities, sometimes for free, I will say I am not right now in an apartment where I'm decorating exactly how I want and investing into all of the things that I will when I do move this next time. But Facebook Marketplace does still have very good items for free, if not super cheap, that will work or may actually be your style. For example, my desk that I love, $50 on Facebook Marketplace. If I were to go get a new desk off Amazon, it's easily at least $100. My desk came with the desk and the chair, $50. Obviously, use your discretion when you're using this. I personally don't want to get my kitchen appliances from Facebook Marketplace. Any pots, pans, silverware. That's just not my vibe. I just don't necessarily trust things like that. But you know how many sales I see getting rid of bathroom sets? And especially where I live, people leave furniture out all the time. I'm just saying, you can really hook yourself up for the low. Even in your dream apartment, I can still see myself finding little items. Don't sleep on it, y'all. I found this place on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I found the whole place. So yes, a little desk, a little rug is nothing, y'all. Okay, so this next tip is highly important, y'all. Is safety. When you are moving out on your own, even if you have roommates, it is so important to prioritize your safety. You do that in multiple ways, not just through having weapons, which I do recommend. I am a girly. Wait, can I say that? I am a stay ready so you don't gotta get ready person. So I'm gonna have the weapons on me. You know what I'm saying? When I initially moved out, I wasn't privy to safety. When I was telling one of my coworkers about myself and my life and what's going on, she was like, girl, you need some pepper spray. Cause at the beginning, when I first moved here, I didn't have my car yet. So I was Ubering everywhere, nighttime, morning, all the time. And she was like, you don't have anything to protect yourself? And she got me my first pepper spray. And from there, I realized I should be protecting myself, because if somebody came in one of my many vulnerable moments that I had when I first moved here, I would have been SOL. But like I said, not just the weapons aspect, you should think about your safety in your conversation. I am a girl alone. I am not going to broadcast that in every conversation I have. Who knows who's listening? Who knows who's gonna hear? I live alone. I get off work late some nights. I am gone most of the day. Who's to say someone can't follow me, stalk out the house, track my movements? You have to be so careful, because you just never know. I remember for a couple of months, this was way before me moving was gonna take place, God had me relearning this lesson of keeping my mouth shut. Not being a blabbermouth, not spilling all my business, not telling everybody my plans. And I truly believe I needed to learn that lesson for seasons just like this, especially this season where I can't be going out and telling everybody the inner workings of my home, my day, my schedule, because I could put me in very unsafe positions. Even when I bought my car, I did not tell people the make, the model, the color, where I got it from, because you could easily hear my car description, spot it, and no, boom, that's that girl's new car. Oh, I saw that in X and Y complex. That must be where she lived. Y'all, you have to be so smart about your safety. Do not make it easy to get off on you. Do not make it easy to learn your schedule. Do not make it easy to know your whereabouts. And last but certainly not least, do not have any and everybody at your place knowing your address, knowing anything about where you live. I cannot stress this enough. The only people who know where I live are the people who helped me move in here. Other than that, no, you cannot know where I live. Even before I had my car, no, you cannot drop me off. No, you cannot pick me up. It is that deep, y'all. Especially if you are a girl, especially if you live in a big city. This is nothing to be played with. Prioritize your safety. Get ready now, if you haven't moved out, to be very selective about the information you give people, and to also not be blabbing around town about your plans of moving. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, y'all. My last little tip about moving out is something that I fortunately did get to experience before I moved out, and that is to not listen to fear mongering. When I was in the process of moving out and knew that I was going to be independent, All these thoughts are in my head. The economy is down bad. I didn't have a really good job. People in my family were questioning me. Well, how are you going to do this? Well, this doesn't make sense, Jalen. I had the assurance because God had led me down this path. And because I knew that, I knew he was going to make a way. And I truly, truly, truly was so secure in that. I can't even emphasize how unbothered I was during this time when things weren't adding up or making sense. If you know this is a decision you're committed to making, this is something that you're committed to seeing go through, this is something that you're willing to work at and work to get, do not let other people's fears and doubts get to you. Maybe you have the plan. You are the one who is determined to do this. Go for it. But you do still have to be realistic. I cannot express to y'all how much my situation didn't make sense for me to be talking about moving out. If you saw my bank account, if you saw my credit, if you saw my situation, you would have been like, girl, what? I'm still like, girl, what? That's how I know it's God, because I sit there and I look and I'm like, I really moved out before I had a job. Like, it's crazy. You believe in you. Let you and God be on the same team and you believe in God. Had I listened to other people and had I let their limitations be my limitations, I would have been just moved back somewhere or stayed somewhere or made decisions that I knew didn't align with where God was taking me. So don't let fear mongering stop you. But I do just want to say, be realistic. I had the confidence because God led me down there and I was willing to put in the hard work. I can't tell you if you're serious or not. I can't tell you if you're ready or not, because I wouldn't have considered myself ready when God said I was ready either. I can't tell you whether to apply this to you or not, but use wisdom. That's all I can say. Use wisdom to know whether this is an ego decision you're doing, where you're just doing this out of anger or pride or unfit reasons, and you may not really be up to do the work or be up to put in the faith or whatever it takes to make this happen, or if this really is your time. You really need to be able to discern whether the people who are speaking to you are giving you true wisdom that you need to take because they can see you're truly not ready, or if it is people who just don't see the plan how you see it. And I can't decide that for you, so that's up to you, girl. These were just a few of the tips I've been learning while living alone. This is the best path, the best journey that I've ever been down with God. I'm so fortunate. I consider myself so blessed to be able to have experienced this as quickly as I did and in the way that I did. If you guys want any more tips, just let me know, because I'm learning new things day to day. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting. Thank y'all for watching this video to the very end. If you've watched this video to the very end, use a real one. So thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video.